Happy Wednesday, folks. Welcome to the show. If you don't know me, my name is Mike Asherbranner, professionally known as the Redneck Connector and proud and humble leader of the Hounds of Business community. And you are here with our panel of amazing folks, and we got a bombshell announcement, free offer that is really exclusive, folks. So if you're watching this, stay tuned. I will put the link in the comments, and we're going to bring Jesse up, Jesse Dobeck, who's making this offer, and explain what it's all about, how amazing it is, and how you guys can tap into this Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So before we get started, there's my co-host and Hounds leader, April Wyatt. How are you today, my friend?
Oh, I am cold. I'm just going to be honest. It's frigid over here in Iowa, but I'm so excited for this conversation with Jesse opening it up for us, and I can't wait to hear about his offer. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And if you're just tuning in, folks, we're doing a holiday harmony series. So unlock your year-end strategy for stronger business success. We got rock stars from all different industries. Tag a friend, share this, bring them on board, get to network with heart-centered, high-level professionals. And we have a lot of fun, but we get stuff done, right? We're just not here talking to talk, right? We're getting things done. You're going to take a lot away from this and to really roll into 2026 with a lot of momentum. So, it's winding down. We're hitting the same kind of noise. The calendar gets messy and business starts pulling harder. And it really affects the mind and body a whole lot more, especially for high achievers, right? We're already on go, and then we're just throwing a whole lot of other things on it. So that's why the panel exists. You're going to hear from some of the strongest thinkers, strategists, business builders. It's going to be amazing. All right. Learn how to regulate yourselves through these challenging times. Simplify your path and create real momentum. All right. Without the burnout. King of burnout here. I don't recommend it. All right. So let's get the show on the road. Let's roll the intro and then we'll pull Jesse up. How about it?
Sounds great.
We got to give a shout out. So newer hound, Amy Cornforth Long, has been out here like it's a Grateful Dead concert. I think since yesterday. So thank you, Amy, for being here early. We got to give you a gold star, right? Nobody sits here for 24 hours. So thank you, my friend. Well, let's get it going, and we'll see you here soon.
Are you looking to grow your network and your net worth with other high-level, heart-centered professionals? Then grab a seat and your favorite beverage and join Mike Asherbranner, the Redneck Connector. It's time for the Hounds of Business Community Happy Hour.
Woo! This is me trying to contain my excitement. All right. So welcome to the show, Jesse. How are you, big dog?
I'm doing amazing, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, my pleasure. So y'all listen, Jesse didn't have to do this, but he is. This Friday, all right, December 5th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Pacific. Every hound, everybody tuning in and watching gets access to a free masterclass from the guy behind some of the biggest events in our industry. So, Jesse, let's start off. Let's tell them why it matters. Let's get the big picture.
Yeah.
What is it, and why did you bring, is it a Adeem? Why did you bring this to the Hounds first? And just tell us a little bit, brother.
Yeah, so Adam Coleman is somebody that has been a great friend of mine for over 10 years now. I met him because I started working with Brendan Burchard. I was helping him drive traffic to sell his books, courses, and get people into his live event. So I was bringing awareness to the actual events. Me and my partner, Mitchell, we were working directly with Brendan Burchard. And at the time, I didn't even know how big Brendan was. But I went to his first event, had about 500-600 people at it. And I could see that these people were absolutely engaged and they loved what his message was and what he was all about. And he was having really successful events. I mean, the people there were networking, they were getting so much value, it was changing their life. And I could see every single time he did an event, there was more and more people. Today, when he does events, I think their last online event had like 250,000 people tuning into the online event. And His live events get over 5,000 people now. Okay, I just remember him starting from a smaller audience, but growing and growing and growing. And this was like 15 years after he already started. So like before that, his first event, he always tells the story how he only had like 10 people there. He did it in a circus tent. It was only his family, and he was like doing different, like with circus animals and doing different skits. And, you know, his event and his brand grew at such a high level because of events. So the reason why I'm partnering with Adam to help really get the awareness out is because a lot of people now with COVID, they want to learn how to do virtual events, and they understand how important building your brand and your community through events are. So, you know, the fact that the top people in the industry do events and are able to create awareness. I mean, I look at this right here. This is an event, what Mike's putting on, right? And it's reaching a lot of people, and it's just, you know, really important. So anybody out there building a brand or building a business, we're just here to bring it to Mike first because he's one of my best friends in the industry, and just teach you guys and show you guys behind the scenes what the top people in the world, the Joe Polishes, Brendon Burchard, Mel Robbins, Roger Love, L'Oreal, HBO, Nike, like these are some of the biggest brands in the world that Adam is running their events. So we want to show you what's working and allow you to network with some of the best people. So,
well, man, I appreciate it. I know we do. And be careful calling me your best friend. You ever seen Cable Guy? Yeah, be careful. All right.
oh,
Yeah. So Cable Guy. All right. Hope I don't get in trouble for that. All right. So, but a lot of people in our community, audience, and across the board want to run events in 2026, right?
Yeah.
Because they work if you do them right. So, and these upper level folks, and this is what I love about you, your company, what you do. You make these things affordable and accessible to folks who may not otherwise be able to access it, right? So, what will the Hounds members learn inside Friday's masterclass, man, that can help them design a profitable signature event, even if they don't have a clue and start from scratch?
Yeah, so we go really deep into the 7 things that Adam focuses on. We go really deep into the top 3. And, you know, it's choosing a location. You want to figure out like where you're going to do your event. And then a lot of people struggle with like sound, lighting, like the simple things. And then figuring out like their branding, like how are they going to like associate their branding in with it. So we're just going to show you like simple stuff, and I'll give you one secret before we even jump in, just so you can taste it a little so you understand. But Adam goes really deep, and he's just a giving person, and he shares every secret to the highest level. You know, it should be a small group of people at this, so you can actually be on camera, ask questions, and he's very transparent, a very likable person, just amazing dude. So, you know, one thing that when I was on a call with this other guy, Tom Beal, not too long ago, he's like, you know, one of the things that I help people do is like, you can go in a theater, or you can go in like a, you know, a small, like, you know, office building that already has all the audio and video in it. So like, I show you how to pick a location where you don't have a lot of costs and everything's already built in. And I show you how to like utilize those things at the highest level. So like events don't have to be expensive. You can rent some place for like $50, or you can do it for free. And he also talks about how to turn your living room into like a professional studio with a very small budget. So
well, he's going to appreciate
light and microphone.
He's going to appreciate my office shed then, right? Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Well, most of the greats started in a garage. I mean, Bezos and Dell, and Dell, and people don't like to talk about it, but it's the truth. And so, but again, there's no difference between them and us other than know-how, accessibility, right? Knowing what you just don't know. And this is why I'm so excited. We're honored for you guys to open this. So last question for you.
Yeah.
What makes this live event formula different from every other, you know, hosting event program? And why is this the perfect time for the Hounds to get in? And if they want to do more, there's big, huge, crazy discounts for us. So why is this the best time, and how's it different real quick? What can they?
Yeah. So right now there's a lot of people looking to do events, especially virtual events, and they don't know where to start. And there's not a lot of courses out there, you know, and there's not anybody as active in the community, because Adam is doing like 15 live events per year right now, you know, 4 of them for Brendon Burchard, you know, several other people. He just got done doing Genius Network with Joe Polish. So he's in the trenches right now. He knows the latest technology. He knows how to do it if you're on a budget as well, because you don't need a lot of money to do this. And you just need that little guidance. I mean, sure, you can go on Google or you can go on YouTube and start searching for things, but you don't know what to search for. And you also don't know how to pinpoint like the weaknesses that you have of your event when you're doing it. and also like somebody encouraging you, because it is a lot of work to pull off an event. And you want to make sure that you have people show up and the event's successful, and you just want a sounding board or somebody to kind of help you do it. And then also once you do it, somebody to help you celebrate the wins, right? And then the reason why I'm partnered with Adam too is because I'm somebody that has helped people monetize their live event to their live events. So I'm also on this masterclass showing some of the secrets that I've done with some of my clients to help you make sure the numbers show up, and then you're able to monetize, but not be a sales pitch fest, right?
Yeah, you couldn't be here if that's the case. Yeah,
right. Like, we don't want to be a pitch fest. We want to get value first. We want people to go away saying this is the best event I ever was at, even if there was a small budget. And we help create a curriculum that people love, and do it in a way that's not too salesy, and do it, making sure it's fun.
All right, brother. Well, thank you. Listen, this is really rare. I am honored beyond belief. This is an amazing offer for us. And folks, if you want to, as soon as the show closes, I will put this in. I'll put it in now on YouTube, but we'll put it in again. So on the other comments, share this with folks. Show up at Friday at 3 p.m. Learn and share. So this is an amazing opportunity. Can't wait to learn from these guys. And appreciate you, Jesse. We'll stick around. All right. Stick around for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Chop it up.
I'm here.
Yeah, let's do this. All right. So let's bring them all up. Everybody's been waiting for this. So let's bring them all up. Just let the cattle doors open. There we go. There they are. I said that because Colleen's got them. We got to talk about it. We got to. We can't just. Yeah, we can't talk about the new baby cow that is going to be named after me. Right, so.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. This is a new.
She said it was she said, well, it's a girl. I said, well, it's Michelina. There you go. So yeah. I said, just make me the godfather.
Sassy sounds like it could be named after you too.
I said, just make me the godfather. We'll be fine. All right. So all right, well, folks, let's do this. Let's go here. I'm gonna introduce since the folks that I've got pictures for. So Colleen, everybody give me a 30 seconds so folks know who you are, what you're doing. And then folks, hey, your show, network with each other, comment, ask questions. We'll do our best to put it on there. We want a repeat of last week. That was monstrous. So this is your show. Thank you. So Colleen, tell us what you do and what you're about.
Yeah, you bet. So I've been an entrepreneur for 36 years, and I've built 8 businesses from concept to profit, brick and mortar businesses. And now I'm building my 9th business, which is online. And I simplify GHL. So I am the founder of Simplified CEO Systems, and I teach you to automate, delegate, get your back-end office running smoothly so that you have the freedom to show up as the face and voice of your business in the areas that you love the most.
Wow, that was good. See if I can get that succinct. We'll close the show in 10 minutes. How about that? So thank you very much. And I love you have a Monday morning coffee chat. So folks, if you're interested in that, message me. If you're in the Hounds, it's already in the media network. Stellar. Absolutely amazing. I show up and I'm busy, right? So there it tells you all. A lot of folks in the Hounds love going to that every single week. So 10 o'clock Eastern time, Monday. DM me if you want the link and reach out to Colleen.
11 o'clock Eastern time, Monday.
Did I say 11?
It is 11. It's 10 o'clock Central.
There you go. So when the world runs on New York City time. All right. We're not going to start that fight. All right. So thank you so much. And then we're going to go to Mr. Greg Moore. Oh, man. Franchise maven, powerhouse in the industry, humble guy. Take it away, man. Tell us who you are.
Thank you, Mike. I'm Greg Moore. I've been in the franchising world for about 12 years. I teach successful executives how to build wealth through franchise ownership the right way, not by hoping and guessing, but by mastering the due diligence process that protects 6-figure investments.
There you go. And you educate, you help, because we talked about this. Some folks are spending hundreds of thousands in litigation because they didn't have a Greg to help them avoid the pitfalls and the wrong companies and all of this stuff, man. So bravo. Thank you for joining us. And then we got Mr. Baz Porter. All right. No stranger to the Hounds. So, and he's been coaching me. He mostly coaches women, but you know, I have charm, right? So he's been helping me, several other people, and he has been a godsend, no doubt. So take it away, Mr. Baz. Make sure you unmute yourself because I'm contagious, brother. Only I can talk on mute.
Damn it. There we go.
There you go.
So for those who don't know me, I'm Baz. I'm a high-end strategist, mainly for women, but I help people get to that next level, whatever that means for them. Former military leader, and then turned entrepreneur through life struggles and challenges. But I'm here to help you elevate your life and equally business to wherever you truly want to get to.
Yeah, and you're doing that big time. So I appreciate you. And you come up with really good, innovative things. You know, you do events, you donate to foundations that the Hound supports. I mean, man, we can't sing your praises enough. Glad you're here. And that leads me to April Wyatt, right? Livingwithintention.co. You probably see her everywhere, right? Like Bert and Ernie over here, right? My honor. So tell the folks what you're doing, and we're going to blow up your podcast. Your live stream is extraordinary. So tell folks where they can find you. Give them a little bit.
Thank you so much, Mike. And I just want to pause and say, wow to all the people that are here, that all the people in the audience listening. I am just feeling all the high vibration that's happening right now, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So thank you for everyone being here. And I am a somatic coach that works with people, professionals, and individuals to help get them back to themselves. As this is a holiday, event that we're talking about right now, there's a lot happening in our lives. And so there's a lot of distractions, a lot of emotions happening. So when we can tune into our bodies, that's what I do, is help people to get back to themselves. Then that's when we can lean in and listen and relax just a little bit more. So that way we can receive the answers, receive more of ourselves in the process. So that's what I love to do. And also offer retreats that restore people so they can pause and literally rise and just receive more of themselves in the process. So this is what I love to do, and this is what I'm here to offer.
Folks, I don't even go to the gas station anymore, but so much video and feedback from her retreats all across the world. They are stellar. I might have to get out the house and practice, right? Go out of the country. So go to April Wyatt's profile, keep up on that. So many great things. All right. That leads me to Deborah Jackson. Oh my goodness. Most patient lady on the planet. She has put up with me for 3 or 4 months of saying, I'll get there. And she's still here. So yeah, she won me over just by being like honest. So thank you, Deborah. Tell them what you do. Take it away.
Thanks so much. I'm so honored to be here and to just follow in the footsteps of all this greatness. It's just a privilege, as April said, to be in a space where we can all collectively come together with our backgrounds, our life experiences. And for me, I started in the beauty industry many years ago. I'm licensed as an esthetician, as a cosmetologist. And so my affinity for beauty and wellness from within has kind of been born into me, and through that I have developed an affinity for business. I've worked in brick and mortar. I've built brick and mortar businesses. I've worked as business development with large corporations. I've led leadership teams, written curriculum. I have a very vast background of some very successful entities in my business. And what I'm doing now is pulling all that light, reinventing myself, and offering myself up as a soul-led coach for people, especially that are here to reinvent themselves and really go within and take a full 100% responsibility and accountability for who they are and how they're showing up, and taking care of their health and pivoting from that spot. So to me, it's like standing firmly planted in who you be, and knowing that if you know who you are, then you're going to have a much better time in life and not getting knocked over.
Absolutely.
And falling for things that just don't align.
Absolutely. So 2026, we're already in the making. You're going to see a lot of Deborah. We're working together in the Hounds, so I'm super excited. And by the way, folks, country people can speak telepathy, right? So I'm sitting there, Colleen's like, where you been holding this one at? I promise you it's coming. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. I knew that you guys would connect on this panel. So yeah, I will connect you formally, but you'll probably beat me to it. And then last but not least, Nathan Mitchell. All right, so I met him from Colleen, enough said. And all right, so this guy left corporate. I'm going to spoil it a little bit. He left corporate a little bit or laid off. 4 months, the man does what took me 3 years to pretty much accomplish. He really got a really good TV show. He's got some stellar guests. He's on the point. And he says, hey, Mike, can we work together? I'm like, absolutely, man. If somebody's that capable of coming out of a new game and doing it, you got to bet it. I love it. So take it away. I think I just took your thunder, but you're made of thunder. Go ahead.
No, not at all. Thank you, brother,
Yeah.
for inviting me here to be with this great panel of trusted authorities this evening. I love what you're doing with the Hounds of Business community, and I just think the philosophy that you have of bringing people together to collaborate is something special. So thank you for everything that you do. My name is Nathan Mitchell. My company is Lead Empowered. As Mike said, I also host the TV show Lead Empowered TV, conversations that transform how we lead, work, and live. I am a leadership coach, communication trainer, and executive advisor. I'm certified in mindset, leadership, and teamwork. I help small and mid-sized businesses create high-performing, burnout-free cultures through empowered and aligned teams.
All right. See that? It took me 3 years to have that come out of my mouth. Man.
Bravo.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm only good because of y'all. And then people say that. I learned, this is why I love being a host, because you get free info and nobody bills you for it, dude. Yeah. So keep that in your head, podcast creators, right? All right. So let's get down to it. People want to know and learn from your expertise, and folks ask questions. We'll try to throw them up. So first question, and this is to everyone, right? We've got them all, right? Systems, marketing, etc. Before we dive deep, I just want to know, what does the holiday season look and feel like for you as a high performer? Because that's who's watching this right now. Baz, let's start off with you, buddy.
Just throw me under the bus, why don't you?
Yeah, hey, you've been here. Hey, we know your resume. Tom Brokaw, go ahead, man.
Holidays are very important to me and my wife, purely because we don't get much time to ourselves. We both serve entrepreneurs and other individuals. So we like to spend time that really matters, not only with ourselves, my wife and I, but with family. So my advice for anybody coming into holidays who is an entrepreneur or running like 1,000 gazelles an hour, just pause. Spend time and breathe with things that matter to you. Spend time appreciating the small things that you sometimes overlook. That would be my advice for anybody going into a holiday period in 2025 or even beyond.
Okay, somebody else host. I want to listen and learn. I don't y'all are talking at me every panel, every live stream about this. I'm like, yeah, I'm the student, y'all. So let me do this, because I could see I speak April. Yeah, April, take that one away, because you're going to piggyback right off Baz. So go ahead.
Yes, this is the birds of a feather, right?
Mhm.
And I so love you, Baz, also. And that's what it's all about. It's about remembering what inspires us during this time of the season. And yes, there is chaos. There can be distractions and all of that, but we can make that choice to choose to be more present, to be with our loved ones, or if you need to choose to create more space for yourself. I'm just being honest, because sometimes that can be chaos in itself, being around certain people. So choosing you over everything else, that's what it comes down to, and holding that love and compassion for yourself.
Amen. And look at those two at the bottom about to pop. I'm gonna make them wait though. So I can tell. All right, Nathan. All right, your turn, brother. What is it for you?
Yeah, I mean, I really think a lot of it is about mindset. And one of the things I'm trying to learn is to be more neutral, have more of a flat line effect throughout the course of my life. So I'm really trying to learn to be as consistent as possible throughout the year. And admittedly, it hasn't always been this way for me. Back when I was in the corporate world and the retail industry over 13 years ago, my daily agenda was definitely driven by the holidays, right? I mean, it was dictated by the season because that was our busiest time of year. But as I've gotten older, wiser, having left that industry over 13 years ago, I now try to not let the season impact my daily agenda as much. And maybe it's because I had that gross contrast, because what it's like to be in the retail sector during the busy time of the season, and now I'm an entrepreneur, and I kind of have that. It's a pretty large gap of experience, the dynamic between the two. So I'm just learning to really focus on now, and kind of speaking to what Baz and April both spoke to, is just learning to pause and to enjoy the moment and recognize that even though this is the holidays, it's just another day.
See, again, 3 years, 4 months. It's amazing because, man, I've worked harder now in my own business than I ever did a job. I know it sounds bad, but it's the truth. Y'all with jobs out there, you ain't working like if it was your business and you'd be homeless. All right, look at Colleen smiling. She did it a million times. All right, let's go to Jesse Dobeck. And if y'all want to hear something funny, you know how I messed up a name that looked French one day. So then when I came up here, I said, I'm going to introduce you to Jesse Dobeck. And he's like, yeah, just Dobeck, you redneck. And I was like, see, the one time I try to be slick. So go ahead, man. What if folks just tuning in, we're asking, what does the holiday season look like and feel like to you as a high performer?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm learning from you guys, just like Mike said, and being grounded, reflecting on my year, knowing that there's a next level. I know it's always like, the year passes you by. It feels like the last year just started and we're already to the end. So just getting in the right mindset to have the best year of your life. It's always like preparing to be the best you can be. You're always becoming the best you can be in preparation, but you're always in preparation, right? So just taking a little time, hopefully not working too much, maybe doing a little fishing, having some friends visit, come out to Cabo San Lucas, let's do some fishing, and but keep building, right? Because the business, like you said, Mike, the business doesn't stop. So no matter what, if you're an entrepreneur, you're always working, but you also got to find time to take care of your health, your wealth, your happiness, your relationships, and, enjoy the holiday festivity and just try to enjoy yourself as much as you can. But I always try to do that consistently every day, but, maybe a little bit more during this time of the year because it slows down a little, but it's also the busiest time of the year because Black Friday and Christmas. So,
right.
But yeah.
Well, and you're the most chillest, busiest guy I've ever met. Well, no, right next to you, there's another one equal. Hey, Greg Moore. This guy, they're so relaxed and calm, but they get so much done. I'm trying to figure out the secret there. So Greg, what is it to you, my friend? What is it? What's the holiday season look and feel like to you as a very busy high performer? And you're going to get even busier in January because that's when everybody quits their jobs. We were talking about that because they're like, I don't want to miss another holiday. I'm going to build my own business. So take it away, brother.
For me, December is not the end of the year. It's actually the beginning of next year. So I asked myself, if I had to rebuild my business from scratch next year, what would I prioritize first? So this question cuts through all the noise. It forces me to think like a founder and not an employee inside my own business. Most of the time, it's not answer emails or clean the CRM. It's something more strategic, something impactful, something that actually builds momentum. So when I start my year with, the real priority, then pretty much everything else just falls into place.
The universe said, we're going to help Mr. Hardhead here and do it for him. So all these opportunities that I'm sitting there grinding away on task. And it's like, no, you're going to plan upper level things. And it just found me, right? I mean, we just talked about Jesse's event. I mean, these things are happening. So thank you. See, I wish I was taking notes. I don't want to have to. So Colleen, y'all get ready. She just got her the calf and she's primed up and ready. And by the way, the CRM, there you go. It's Colleen. So take it away, my friend. You have a massive experience in a lot of different industries. So for you, what does the season feel like for you as a high performer?
You know what? It feels so good this year. 5 years ago, I actually paid somebody to come decorate my home. And when I mean decorate my home, like hang my lights, they decorated my porch, they hung my Christmas tree with my grandchildren. And guess what I was doing? I was decorating my 4 Airbnbs in my downtown boutique. And then I realized that was so messed up on so many levels. Here I spent all that time decorating places that my family would never even see and didn't care about, that the people that I loved the most had zero concern for. And I really just realized that wasn't what I should be doing. And now I put my energy into things that need my personal touch. I've really zeroed in on automating and delegating, whatever doesn't need my personal touch. So this holiday season, I'm working less, I'm earning more, I'm spending more time with my loved ones, and I'm able to do that because I actually just let go. I gave up. I learned to automate and delegate. And I am being fully present for my family. We're having a calm Christmas and just enjoying each other.
There you go. And by the way, so we're country folk. Do you guys leave your lights on, your Christmas tree lights on your house all year round or till July? No, because we just don't leave them on the house. You'll see them on in July. I think that's where Christmas in July came from in my neighborhood. So I'm going to do like Colleen. I'm going to pay the guy down the street to take them off. How about that? So no, good tips though. I love that. Am I cutting out? Is this good? I keep seeing it choppy.
You're good.
All right.
All good.
Maybe I just killed the chat. Who knows? That's what I do every year. All right. So last but not least, Deborah Jackson, take it away. How's it look and feel to you?
Listen, I am the bringer of the joy. And this time of year, I bring in more joy and bring more calm in places that are chaotic. And I just don't do it. And so therefore, I stay very connected and cohesive. Heart, brain, coherence is really important to me. When I see crazy coming across the street, I don't get caught up I give gifts all year long. I am the bearer of gifts, the bearer of joy. I love to bring light to people. Gifts. I believe in the gift of light. I believe in the gift of health and speaking prophecy into people's lives, seeing the beauty in them, serving. This year, I'm serving my 90-year-old parents, taking them in meals and beautiful little ceramic dishes and, maybe, a plant and some wellness products and just sitting with them. And that is the best gift of all because we get to have a rich experience and we have an exchange. It's not about how much is under the tree. It's how much you can get, how much joy and love and tenderness and understanding that you can give people in your life and stay in your lane. I mean, that's the whole premise of I think why we are all successful is we know who we are and we know where we're going to end up because we're not deviating from that no matter what the holiday, but we make time for it and we make time for ourselves so that we can be full and moist and our cups are overflowing. We're not going walking into that holiday depleted.
That Curtis Rivers was on yesterday. Yeah, well said. He said the same thing. He's like, instead of being the person yelling out the window and honking he said, I would be the guy that let him go first. Like, hey, you go. I'm like, oh, so we're yelling at you now. He said, yeah. So, but be the change, right? I mean, I thought I was good just not yelling with the people. But then when I realized, hey, just let people out, man. This defeats the purpose of the season. It's intention. That's what you ladies are so good at. Well, all y'all are. But Deborah just radiates it. You just see her and she's just like happy. I don't know who would be mad at you in a line. But all right, so I want to ask this and just kind of throw it out there 30 seconds wise. December has a way of amplifying stress. Yeah, big mystery. So what mindset trap do you see entrepreneurs fall into the most this time this year, April?
That is a really good question. I think, as myself, as an entrepreneur as well, it's the challenge of, I know I need to get XYZ done for my business, although the pull, right, of I need to spend quality time with my family. I need to be doing this, but then the mind says, nope, you got to keep doing that. And so for me to be able to be more present with that, I pause in the morning. Meditation is a big thing. It's a simple yet profound way to just pause. However a person needs to meditate, whether it's using an app, whether it's sitting and being still or going out for a nature walk. There's so many different ways of meditation, but when we can go in and really lean in and listen, then we know what really matters. And guess what? Things will wait for you. Our minds try and tell us that we have to get all these things done, and then that adds more pressure to us. So the meditation, the mindfulness of being aware of when that's happening, listening to the body. Our bodies are responding, and you feel the tightness in the shoulders or lower back challenges. That's the emotional support, right? That we're not giving back to ourselves. So if we can just simply pause, even connecting to our bodies by simply putting your hand wherever you're feeling that tension and just taking a deeper breath and exhaling a little longer, then we can feel that support for ourselves. We're just really telling ourselves, I'm here, it's going to be okay. And that way we can, I'm just going to say it, keep living with intention, right? Live an intentional life.
Before we move to Bass, because that's brilliant, because you help people regulate the nervous system. So what's one early sign, and I don't even know if this is a word, but somebody is dysregulated during the holiday grind? Because oftentimes we're just so busy we don't see it. So how can we stop and go, I might be off kilter here?
Oh, I would say that being more reactionary instead of responsive, just the firing something off, saying something, or the behavior, just feeling very angst or overwhelmed about it. And then this is when we just remind ourselves that our body is letting us know when we've kind of reached our limit. And just like an Instant Pot, right? There's a quick release valve there, and that's our breath. That's the first thing that we can regulate through the sympathetic nervous, or our nervous system, to regulate and shift from the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system. And then this is where we can ease that tension and that pressure in our bodies.
Right. It's not woo-woo. It's not weird. It's biology, right? You're just saying, oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. Science backs it.
Like when you think of a lemon, your mouth might water. That's not woo-woo, right? And this is what I finally caught on to, because in my neck of the woods, we didn't do this. We didn't do Reiki. We didn't talk about this. But we should, because we're better people and more productive. And I don't yell at my kids as much. So that's a good thing. So let's move that to Bass, because I'm going to ask individuals, I'm going to ask each of you a question specifically that you would understand, right? That you can benefit the audience with. So Bass, when you work with leaders, what belief or mental pattern do you see holding them back the most, as the year closes?
How long have I got?
Let's say 44 seconds.
I'm teasing you. But in building what I've built, which is basically an educational hub for wellness and some other stuff as well, there were 12 core patterns that I identified. One of the things that really strikes me around the holiday season, especially around Christmas, is the wound of abandonment. People feel very lonely, and it manifests in their business, it manifests in their life. And loneliness doesn't mean you're alone. Loneliness means you're not connected to something bigger, a purpose, a tribe, many, many other things. But the core wound of abandonment that every single one of us, I think, at some level has to be recognized, nurture it. And then instead of going, well, it's not me, it doesn't apply to me, maybe it applies to someone that you know, a best friend, a sibling, family member, a daughter, a son. All because you're connected to them doesn't mean they're not isolated in some way. A lot of entrepreneurs and also very high-level business owners and operators go through this syndrome of Busyville. And that Busyville creates a lot of isolation in their own worlds, because they forget to reach out. And when you forget to reach out, people forget you. So just spend time and have a look internally. Am I abandoning not just people around me, but yourself?
Well said, my friend. And I need to, again, I wish I could just take notes, because I'm not complaining by no means, but this is really a good way to sit back, reflect, and go, hey, I could do a little better, not just for work and everything else, but for me, right? Like, without me, nothing else is going to fall apart, hold together well. And sounds corny, but it's absolutely true. So Nathan, let's run to you, my friend. Burnout-free leadership, that's your lane. What is one internal shift leaders need to make before the new year even begins?
Yeah, I think just take some intentional time and conduct a benchmark of what I like to call their internal peace index. And you really look at 5 dimensions that make this up. So we're talking about purpose, place, people, our personal health and provision. So purpose is really, do you feel like at this moment in your life that you're living out your true calling or God's purpose for your life? And score yourself from 0 to 100 on each of these. The second is place. How do you feel about your surroundings? How do you feel about the home that you currently live in? How is your workspace? How is your office space? Are there improvements that need to be done in those areas? People is the third. Look at the top 5 to 10 most important people in your life and really examine, how are my relationships with these people right now? The fourth is personal health. How's your health? And we're not just talking about physical, we're actually talking also about spiritually and mentally. And then the fifth is provision. So do you have the funds available to provide for your basic needs and current standard of living now? We're not talking about whether or not you're able to take the trip to Hawaii or buy the multi-million-dollar mansion. That's all stuff in the future. So we're only talking about now. So you give a score to each of these from 0 to 100, add them up, divide by 5. That'll give you an overall score. And what people typically find when they go through this exercise is one of the 5 dimensions will stand out as their core driver. For me, it's purpose. If I'm not feeling purposeful, that I'm not doing what God is calling me to do, if I'm not living up to that purpose in the workplace and in the community, everything else seems off to me almost by default. So really do an internal benchmark of your peace index and identify, what are the areas where you need to improve, and be intentional about 1 to 2 things that you can do now to move the needle in the right direction and gain some momentum.
See why I like this guy? There you go. Hey, good job. And you've lived it. It's not, and that's what the good thing about
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
You guys aren't sitting in a coffee, shop just writing this down to sell it. You've lived it. You've been there. You screwed it up. You figured it out. You screwed it up again. And then you won. I mean, it's like people, you just build a business and make money. Nah, not usually, right? You got to learn a lot. So thank you for sharing this. Let's switch gear. I want to do a quick round. And about 30 seconds, I want to go to you, and then I'm going to hone in on the gentleman over here and Deborah and Colleen. But what's one strategic decision you've made this year that produced real measurable momentum? So what's one strategic decision you made that really did make something happen? Let's go. Let's start with Greg.
Alignment, actually. People don't necessarily fail because they choose the wrong opportunity. They and myself, I failed a few times because what I've chosen doesn't really fit with who I am and who I want to be into the future. So I really need to align what I'm doing and quit chasing the shiny objects.
There you go. See, that's a guy's been there. All right. I have a real quick question to Nathan. Go ahead. What's your one strategic decision you made this year that's going to produce real measurable momentum?
Yeah, this is really kind of almost off topic, and it's pretty boring because it's not something that I enjoy to do, but it's making the decision to exercise 5 to 6 days a week. I've really made the decision since like October of 2023 to make that a non-negotiable. All of us need energy, and if we're not maximizing our energy, we're actually losing time because we're not able to function at our best. So for me, it's become a non-negotiable. It's something that I do first thing in the morning because I know that my tendency and behavior is if I don't do it first thing in the morning, it will not get done.
Yeah, see, I started off strong, and then I went a week and a half. But instead of whining about it and bothering April, I just did it again. Like, I'm learning. It took a while, y'all, but hey, if I could do it, you could do it. That's truth. All right. So same question to Jesse. You've been too quiet over, my friend.
I know.
One strategic decision you made this year to make momentum.
Well, I always go back to, and the reason why I kind of started talking to you and working with you, Mike, is I've always been a networker, and I always find myself, sometimes getting pulled in the wrong direction with the wrong people. So I feel like this year I've really been strategic on who I'm aligning myself with, the highest level people possible. And if you can take like the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, and people will say this analogy a lot in entrepreneurship, but if you take their health, their wealth, their happiness, their relationships, their business success, and you average those people, you're probably going to see the average of all of those things for yourself. So I've definitely been very conscious to start the year to try to check more of those boxes, which I know I could even do better. And, just really trying to spend time with people that are going to uplift you, but also like provide value. Because if people are taking, and you're just such a giver and you're such a good person, which a lot of, heart-centered people get taken advantage of. So like, you got to be heart-centered, but also be like smart with your time and energy. And, you should see things start to become a little bit easier. Right. And it's hard in life because you have to make a lot of choices and there's a lot of people pulling you in different directions. So you got to, still be strong, but also be yourself and try to surround yourself with quality people, and that should help lift you up. So that's what I've been focusing on.
See, I don't like you just because you look at it. Yeah, standing O. I don't like you just because you're winning and stuff. It's how you handle the hard times. Very graceful, very matter of fact. You'll stand your ground. You'll give grace. You're very decisive. All the panels like that, and that's what I think. You're not reactionary. Crappy things happen, all of us, but it's the way you handle them that really helped me go, wow, if they can do that, I can do that. Right. And then it's just a matter of learning it. And all of you all have overcome a lot. So thank you for sharing that. Let's go to, we didn't get Deborah. So let's get Deborah's momentum because she's got a ton of it, right? She got something to spare. Give me some of that. So what is that decision for you?
For me, it's 100%, bar none. Alignment, number one. Being fully in my lane and committing to mastery. Every day of my life, it's committing to mastery, leveling up from the inside out. Everything that we achieve outwardly is first created inside of us. And so saying no to the noise, shutting down the noise, the energy thieves, the vibrations that just don't work, knowing that that alignment piece is, that recognition of that you're with rarefied air with another human being that actually is showing up and doing what they say they're going to do at the time they say they're going to do it. So integrity, and we recognize that. How do we recognize it? We recognize it because it lives in us. So Mike, you and I talked about this the other day. It's that trust factor. And so, when I meet people that don't trust, it's like, okay, well, that really doesn't have anything to do with me. Trust is internal. We have to build our own muscles in all of these areas. So, committing to that mastery, staying completely focused, knowing what your lane is, knowing where you can best serve people, where if you're not in the wheelhouse, then you're not in the wheelhouse. Decide to release people to go work with someone else. And just to know that if you know where you're going to end up there, and be pure with your intentions and be kind to people.
Love it. And thank you all for firing off. I don't know how y'all doing it. Y'all giving out these good nuggets and doing it like really short. It's not my forte, man. I just dive it, but it's so good job. So I love this. Colleen, let's skip to you because simplifying systems is the strategy, right? Is strategy. So what's one strategic make you see business owners make when planning for the next year?
Honestly, I think that it's just not paying enough attention to their back end. It's like they know it's there and they just hope it works right? Because it's overwhelming, it's nerve-wracking, and I get that. But ignoring it's not the right answer. I think the truth is that when you hand it off to an expert, it can be handled with as little stress to you as a business owner as possible. And that's when the real growth and real peace of mind come into play. And so for me, this past year, the biggest thing that I did was just embrace delegating. And I've been automating for a long time, but actually to delegate gave me the freedom to show up as the voice and face of my business in the parts that I love: networking, building relationships, things that actually need my personal touch and that really matter. And I think when we're looking at 2026, I think so many people feel like, the back end's there, it's been doing its thing, not understanding how much freedom they get if they just remove that bottleneck of having to own their back end themselves by giving it to an expert and letting them get it all set up and running for them. And they really just get to build their business, and boy, the momentum that comes when you're doing what you love, right?
Yeah, because it's overwhelming and scary. And the older you get, if you're me, and it's just, and you're so good at sitting down with people and saying, hey, calm down, let's breathe, let's talk, let's build around you. That like talking off the ledge, that helped me more than anything, because I'm like, oh, it's scary, I don't understand it. And you're just so calm and able to communicate that.
And it was scary for me at one point. But here's the thing, is that people need to understand that it's not scary for me anymore. What's scary for you is fun for me. And that's the shift, right?
Good. Have at it. I love
I
that.
do. I do.
Yeah. So, again, you guys bring such this is such a fun panel. I'm trying to behave. It's not going to last long, but all right, Greg, switch to you, man. Franchising, if you think about it, is essentially a strategic blueprint for building freedom, right? It's a systematic business. So in general, what specific questions should entrepreneurs ask themselves right now before they decide how they want to grow in 2026?
One simple question, Mike. How do I grow without adding more hours to my week? So anyone can hustle harder. Anyone can grind another year away. But, real freedom comes from building systems that really, kind of multiply your time. If I step away, does revenue continue? Can this model scale into multiple locations or territories in the case of franchises? And do you have a job, or are you building an asset? When you focus on that scalable growth, that's where income increases, and while time spent decreases, as some of our people have already said. That's what you do: delegate systems and processes. Success is really not built on intensity; it's more built on repeatability. So just make sure that what you're doing can be documented, or document what you're doing, and make certain that you can repeat it and have somebody else repeat it for you.
That scale. That's why I'm still feel like I'm grinding, but I'm working on and in the business. That's the difference, right? That's, at least I know I'm getting there. I'm not just running around shooting my food, hoping to make sales anymore. Right? Thank God. That's, that worked harder in my business than I ever have a job. I hate to say it, but it's true. So thank you for that, because you're dead on. Nathan, all right, you've been helping align teams after deep corporate challenges. What's the most overlooked strategic move that creates clarity fast?
Yeah, clarity really starts with good communication. So team communication for sure. So many leaders think they're doing it well, but many are not. And it hasn't gotten any easier with hybrid and virtual work environments. In many cases, the coffee and water cooler conversations are gone, and it's hard to get those back unless you're intentionally putting those types of meetings on the calendar. The work that I do with organizations, we look at what we call the leadership flywheel, and it consists of communication, relationships, alignment, execution, and capacity. And Mike, you and I talked about this when you were on Lead Empowered TV last night. There's a reason why communication and relationships form the foundation of that, because without them, nothing else works, right? And again, a number of people have talked about this tonight. It really starts with intentionality. Are you meeting with your team members regularly, both one-on-one as a group? And are you inviting input from all the voices, or just the ones that tend to dominate the conversation? So, there are people on your team who have quieter voices. They have gold to share. And it's our responsibility as leaders to bring that out of them for the good of the team and the organization.
Yes.
Man. All right. So I'm going to start writing stuff down. You're going to voice over for me, man. I'm just going to do wouldn't it be Nathan saying it? Like a Godzilla movie. Let's do it. All right. So let's go to Jesse and then Deborah. All right, Jesse, you bring enterprise level marketing systems to everyday entrepreneurs. What's one strategy leaders must lock in before Q1?
I think the number one thing that people need to do for enterprise level marketing is you need to identify in your life and business, which Mike is that for me and my business, is a top business development person, and then get 5 of them, get multiple business development people that are going out there introducing you to people, and they're incentivized. So they're on an agreement. So they're more like a partner. So you empower them to be your partner. They're on an agreement that makes them feel as if they're a partner, and they're bringing you business connections and clients and partners and ideas and people and resources into your world while you're sleeping. I think that's been the key for me. And then to take it a step further, you create your dream 100 for if these people could become my business development person, and don't be shy about it. It could be like Tony Robbins. It could be like Oprah Winfrey, right? Because Oprah, these type of people, and I don't want to name drop too much, but I've seen it happen to where I'm working with somebody, they elevate their business and their brand and who they are so much that they do get business nonstop from these type of people. So if you don't write the names on a piece of paper and start networking with that intention and use the wording and confidence that you can actually like attract these people, one business partnership with somebody at the highest level could make you 7, even 8 figures in a year in the easiest money you've ever made. And I've seen that over and over with people around me, and I've been in those positions myself, you know, not 8 figures, but like 7 figures in a year. And it was about who I'm aligning to and how I'm creating that relationship and adding value to that person. So like, to me, it's about creating that Dream 100, putting those names down, start making those connections, start impressing those people, and start adding value to people that are way higher level than what you've been adding value to. And then watch the level of opportunities that come for you. So,
Yeah, well said. And by the way, you did exactly what you just said. You threw the kitchen sink in the toilet. You weren't cheap. You were just complimentary. I mean, you did all the right things. And then it's just amazing. And I hate to say it, but it's like when you have a good spouse and then like a bad spouse and then a good one you appreciate. It's the same thing, because you're going out there doing that, other people aren't, and then they're making you get migraines, and it makes it real easy to go, I'm going to work with Jesse. I mean, like, and seriously, you can pull a lot of talent by just treating them like, a partner and doing extras and rewarding people, and it comes naturally to you. Well, it comes naturally to everybody, but at your level, it's not as common. And I have to believe that's why you're probably 50% ahead of the game, because you treat people very well. Everywhere from the janitor to the top level billionaires. And that's very unique, my friend.
And sometimes it's hard because, when you talk to some people and their mindset's different, and then they, might get under your skin or something, you just always got to really just stay who you are. And I've been listening to you guys. Like, I think, we need to like take this whole thing and put it into like an AI thing to like really condense it and summarize it. There's just so many golden nuggets. Every time somebody speaks, I'm like, man, I should have said that instead of what I said, right? So like, I just think as you get older and more experience, hopefully you're leveling yourself up.
I paid the electric bill. I'm here, right? Y'all see me? All right, good. Oh. The joys of a live show.
Still live.
Man, did you all see a couple weeks ago, I threw my water all over the place like Animal from the Muppet Babies, and it was a great short video. It got pretty good views. Megan Robinson's there laughing. Yeah, I was like, there you go. So, folks, if I could do it, you could do it, kids. All right, so let's close out with this, the power moves. All right, round robin, give it to us. We'll go around the circle. If someone out there listening could only do one thing tonight to set themselves up for success in 2026, what should it be in your opinion? Let's go with Jesse since he's already here.
Just really focus on who you are and giving value to the right people around you, and just watch exciting things happen in 2026, because 2026 is, that could be your biggest, most exciting year and your big breakthrough. And, you just got to like figure out how you're going to become a better version of yourself to do it. So it's all internal. Like, somebody was talking about that on the call. It's like, I think it was Deborah, right? And it was like, everything is inside you, like who you are and who you're going to, put out there. You just got to figure out like how to go to that next level, and I'm a sports guy. So I always look at the top, sports athletes, and like what sets them apart. They come in early. They're like doing everything. They're getting in the cold, like every day they're like recuperating faster. They're doing everything to become the greatest. And then some people cut corners. So, but
there you go. When I realized that Olympic athletes actually rest. So I'm like, well, okay, what's my excuse? Right? Michael Phelps doesn't go straight forward the day before, right? And that's wisdom.
And like me, like playing basketball, because I always used to make the excuse like, well, I'm sore. So like, but I didn't realize if I go play basketball and then I get in a cold tub and then I get in a sauna and then I go and stretch and then get back in the cold tub and the sauna, like you can be fresh every single day. It's not about like making that excuse of, I need I can't play every day. Like, you want to rest, but you also want to like learn how to make your body recover faster. And it's the same with mind, body, and spirit in your business, I think, too.
Well, I can redneck that up. So I'm just going to go roll in the snow and then come in the hot office shed. How about that's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can just sit in this, just lay in the snow like
Go to
naked or
Back
something.
in the shed. There you go. 100 degrees.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. Oh man. Well, somebody out there listening, right? One thing tonight that they could set themselves up and do for success in the new year.
Make one decision that reduces friction in your life. Pick the bottleneck that's slowing you down, time, clarity, money, confidence, and eliminate it. Because really, success doesn't start with a giant leap. It starts with friction removing decisions that really create that momentum.
Dadgum straight. And Chris Jarvis came on the show. Dude works with billionaires and all that, very high level. And he said, I'm learning to say no. And I'm going, that makes me feel so much better, because I'm like, if he can say it and do it, I'm okay. I learn more from y'all's mistakes and challenges than I do what y'all do. Like, it makes me feel so good to know that y'all can have the same issue. And that's what's really fun about this, man. Nobody's perfect. We're the type of folks who will actually put the clogged toilet on the Facebook post, right? Like, hey, we're not, yeah, that's us. The good, bad, and ugly, and the nasty. All right. So, wow. April Wyatt, I was going to go straight to you because he said intention. And anytime somebody says intention, we either got to take a shot or talk to April. So, April Wyatt, this is your wheelhouse. One thing that folks can do to set themselves up in 2026.
Yeah, it's kind of touching on that, right? Intention. And Jesse said, more of a holistic approach, right? Mind, body, spirit. And that's really about investing in ourselves first. Invest in yourself first. And for me, that means me asking, literally, we have to pause and ask ourselves, is this making me happy right now? Or am I feeling more resistance?
Yes.
And then bringing ourselves back to pause. There's a lot of power in the pause. Maybe step away from something and come back and look at it later. It's all about us and paying attention to what's happening with our mind and our body, because our body is holding everything for us, and it will keep holding until we find a way to pause and allow things to just kind of settle there. So invest in yourself and focus on what brings you more joy and happiness.
Even if it's not easy, just keep trying. I fell off a bike.
There's no try. You either do or you don't do.
Right? Did you still have
that? Greg went, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Nicole Borgie is here. That's the Summit Queen. So I got to introduce her to Jesse.
Oh, Nicole.
Cookies and milk. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. She is awesome. That's how I met up half of these amazing people, is through Nicole Borgie Summits. So, yeah, shameless and well-earned plug. Because if I sent a DM, they would have pepper sprayed me over Zoom, folks. This is introductions. This is how you make it happen if you're people like us, right? It's not the only way, but sometimes for folks like us, it is, right? Heart-centered people wanting to get out there. Yeah, Baz, he shared a story. We'll talk about that later, but let's roll on. Deborah, your question. What's that one thing that can set people up for success? What do you think it is? What's your experience?
I would say 100% pull the mirror up and take a good look at yourself and get real. Just get raw, get real, and say, is this the right motion picture for me? If I am feeling it like April said, if I'm not all that resistance and that icky stuff that's not there, and you're releasing, you're having a full body yes. I mean, that's for everything you do. It's for your environment. It's for the people you associate with. It's the business you're doing. It's if you want to evolve your business like I'm doing right now and refabricating the branding and taking everything and torquing it up and removing what no longer works, the old stories, bringing in, that just being really real with yourself. And then the second part of that is, am I willing to do the work? Am I willing to put in the time? Am I willing to hire the best people around me and champion them to support me in my dream, in my big picture dream? Because no man is an island. We don't work in a silo. That's why we're all here. We're collectively coming together, and all of this information that we're sharing tonight is just part of the fabric of what it takes to be successful and showing up every day, being consistent. That's really, really, really important. So those are a few things that I would highlight.
And you're living it. Like I hear a lot of people saying it, but y'all living it. That's what's impressive. And I'm not saying you're the only ones, but look at me, right? Like I never thought I would be just surrounded by y'all. It's just amazing. So, Mr. Baz, bro, you've been quiet, brother. One thing tonight.
One thing, okay. 30 by 3. 3 things a day for the next 30 days. Everything else get removed, and you just do them 3 things that you need to achieve within that time frame. You will be amazed about the amount of progress you make within 1 week, let alone 30 days. Get dialed in and just do them 3 things. Everything else doesn't matter.
Dude. And you told me that, and I was like, oh, I'll get to it later. And then today I said, man, I just wasted 2 hours. I'm doing it now. Absolutely now. Because I was like, that's why I'm in trouble. I'm not coachable. So, yeah, don't ever, when Baz says do it, just do it. Don't do like I do and waste 3 hours and then do it. All right. So, all right, let's go to Colleen. And this is, I can't wait for this one. So one thing tonight to set people up for success in 2026.
You know, I'm going to say that I want everybody to build a business they're madly passionate about. And to do that, I mean, I want you to be madly passionate about it. I don't want you to wake up and go, oh, what do I have to do today? Or, oh, I made great money this month. Who gives a shit about that, right? Like, I want you to wake up on fire. Like, I can't wait to get out of bed and do what I love. I'm going to go get it, right? But to do that, I think that just along with what everybody's saying is there's a moment of honesty. You have to sit with yourself. You have to strip out the ego, and you have to really decide, what do I absolutely have to put my personal touch on in this business? And what can I delegate or automate so that I can just waller in the things that I love? Because then you show up and you're loving your business, and that is infectious, and it grows when you're doing that. And so I would say, sit with yourself, be brutally honest with yourself. Nobody else needs to know. Nobody else needs to hear it. Make a list of things that you have to do that have to have your touch. And I mean, like, it can't be your mama's meatloaf recipe and be like, oh, I have to make that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got the recipe. Somebody else can make it. The things you absolutely have to touch yourself. Do only those things. And then waller in the rest of it that you love.
And she knows what she's talking about. All right. She's done what I'm trying to do 800 times, y'all. Just go with it. All right. And I mean that with endearment. All right. So look at Nathan. He's like, boy, you just put foot in mouth all the time. Yeah, I'm still here. Who knew? So Nathan, last but not least, what is that one thing folks can do to set themselves up, man?
Yeah, it's kind of been a common theme tonight, but just continue to be intentional. You know, it's easy to show up accidentally, right? So make time for yourself, commit to finding time to recharge. As entrepreneurs, high achievers, we know all about focus mode and task mode. So as we enter 2026, I want to just encourage people to be more intentional with their time, spend time recharging, spend time for yourself, spend more time connecting with other people and being social. Because at the end of the day, life is not meant to be done alone.
Yeah, you just need to record this. I'll put it on my ringtone, man. How about that? Like, I need to wake up to Nathan and go, hey, get shit together. All right.
Hey, you asked us to speak from the heart, so that's what we're doing, man.
Hey, that's all I love. That's the only people. That's who I want to be surrounded by. Right? People even when they tell you, hey, Mike, you got something on your face before you go on a live stream. That's a good friend too, right, Baz? Like, if you let me go on a live stream with a booger on my face, we're gonna have a problem. All right, that's not good friendship to me. But the first time I told April to do it, she was like, I don't know if he really meant it. It was so funny. And then when she did it, I was like, there she is. Like, I know I can trust him. Look at Jesse going, yep, it's the soft skills, man.
100%.
Right, because there's a ton of people out there that can do things that we do. It's like grass. It's everywhere. It's like, I got an AI tool. Well, so does everybody. It's what makes you different and what stands out from that, right? I know I could call Colleen with an emergency, and she's going to do that. It's all possible to go there and do it. Not because she has to, just because that's who she is. Those kind of things, man, they make a difference. So, all right, fast round. One word or theme, folks. All right, then we're going to let people know where to find you. All right, close out, because I'd keep you here till midnight, but it's the holidays. So What's one word or theme that you are carrying into 2026? All right. Let's go counterclockwise. Nathan, we'll put you on.
Yep. It's always purpose for me. And that starts with helping people, empower themselves to unlock their true potential. And anybody wants to learn more about me, real easy, just go to leadempowered.com. You can learn more about Lead Empowered TV as well there. So leadempowered.com. Thank you, Mike, for putting this together. It's been a pleasure with this panel. It's been a great evening. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Oh man, me too. I wish we can go on forever. Colleen, our friend, what is that? Can't wait.
Simplify. Just
Love it.
simplify. I mean, there's no reason to stray from that. Yep. And you can find me on LinkedIn, and you can also find me at simplifiedceosystems.com.
There you go. And 11 p.m. or a.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Sunday morning
At the-
coffee chat.
Yeah, it's a blast. You have some incredible speakers, people getting things done, doing business, no pitch slapping. Oh man, it's like a redneck dream over there. So
We got Tawana coming up this week, and then the following week, Mike.
it's
You're
me. See, you should have said that. Now I don't know. I don't want attendance to drop. No, shh. No. So I'm joking. Hey, somebody said don't use self-deprecating humor. Mind your own business. I enjoy it. It doesn't hurt me. I actually have fun laughing at myself. Who knew? All
Makes you
Baz.
authentic.
Yeah. I don't believe it. It's funny. So go ahead, Baz.
Limitless, because you
Ooh.
and everybody here is limitless. And always look for the next level. You can find me at bazporter.com, or I hang out on LinkedIn a lot. If you want to get a hold of me, go onto my profile, do the quiz, and then we can have a conversation so I know where you're jumping off at. So I can actually help you if I can help you. Myself, thanks very much. Happy holidays.
Yeah, and the hound's way is if he can't help you, he's going to send you to another all-star who could help you, and then you'll come back.
Gift for everybody here as well. Look what I've done.
Yeah.
Love it.
The hounds. What do you want?
What are you feeding that
Hound.
thing?
That's a wolfhound.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a wolf. That's a great wolf. All right.
Yeah. I've called him Rex.
Rex.
You should name him Mike. See, what is wrong with you? The calf should be Mike, and come on, man. I thought I was getting it. All right, maybe I'm not that great.
Show that book again. That's a great cover. I got to get that.
Yeah, I had a whole pile of them. So I don't read I like to learn. I hate to read because
Die Empty, Live Full. Love it.
Yeah, Baz has got a couple.
Cool.
And then real quick shout out, David Manaski's, his book come out, A Path Forward. And then Curtis Rivers helped inspire this title. This is what happens when birds of a feather flock together in business, man, in life. So we got that. And then I got to give another shout out. Russ Hedge, man, that guy has been through,
Russ.
hell and back.
I was on his show this morning.
Stand up dude. Yes, sir. I mean, walking New Testament, he's been through a lot of stuff. Man, you're going to read a book and get something out of it. Start here. And then the last thing, look, you're like, he's going to show us a whole damn library, isn't he? No, last one. All right, that is Amy Long. So Cornforth Long, that is her book. I don't know if it's mirror image. The Subtle Art of Leadership. I've just cracked it open. Fantastic read. So we got a ton of these. We're going to find a way to get them out to everybody that's not in the hounds, or we just get everybody in the hounds. That'd be easier, right? So let's go over to Deborah. All right, what is your one word or theme for the new year coming up?
I would say for me, it would be ascension, and just elevating, arising, activating, and stepping into the next best version of yourself and being fully committed to that. And for 2026, that adds up to the number 10. So let's 10x it.
Hey, there you go. You're like on a gazillion X. I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah, this whole panel is like 10X. That was like 5 years ago. Yeah, I love it. But see, that's what I mean. You guys reach back and pull others with you. It's like, good for me. Yeah, but what about these folks who can use opportunity, right? Jesse didn't need me. He just gave me a shot. And my goal was, hey, if I got a shot, I'm going to be the Captain America of the business development team, right? That's what I wanted to do. I don't squander opportunity. It don't come easy around my lifetime, but it is now because the mindset, right? Being around folks. So, April, I can't wait to hear this one. Yeah,
Well,
don't say
Deborah,
intentional.
how do people reach you, Deborah?
Oh,
Oh,
thank you so very much. Yes. So you can find me on LinkedIn, That's a great thing. I'm hip to your vibe. You're hip to mine. We're going to find each other. If we're meant to meet, then I always say, if it is to be, God will see. But it's great to know where you can find one another. And I would say LinkedIn is the best place where this is, the place where we all meet with the hounds. I'm on a lot of different platforms, but that's the main one.
There you go.
Yes,
and
you
somebody's got to pay attention. April, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
bringing order
April.
to
Of
our
course.
show.
Yeah, and this is my word is curiosity. Stay curious, because curiosity then keeps us open, and we learn more about others and ourselves at the same time. So keep that curiosity, keep that inquisitive, that growth. And you can find me also on LinkedIn or livingwithintention.co, without the M for Mike. So .co.
We saved the dollar dropping the M on there. So livingwithintention.co. Colleen's like, bravo.
Just threw my cred under the bus.
Yeah. Colleen's going to be like, well, I want to drop the M too. So, all right. All right, Jesse. Y'all are fun, man. We got to have a round 60. Come on. All right, Jesse, what's your word and theme?
I will say events, because that's kind of been the theme for me for this episode. And I'm going to challenge myself to start doing some events. When I came out to Cabo, I said I was going to start doing some masterminds out here, and I've already started planning out some events. And I would like to work with some of you guys to do some events. And the community that we're building is kind of like a mastermind for doing events. So if you want to learn how to do events for yourself, but also network with other people that are doing events, so you can get on their stages and get guest speakers for your event and get locations and figure out like themes you can do, and just have fun with doing events. Because I feel like, most businesses, they build around events of some sort, whether it's just a small like Christmas, gathering, or it's a big stadium filled with lots of people, or it's something like this. This is an event, right? And as you can build it up and build the audience, I think things get a little bit more exciting in your business. So I'll just say that for the sake of this episode.
Man, you're cool in the ceiling fan. Speaking of that, Greg, man, he talked the whole show. He disrupted everybody. No, I'm joking. So, yeah, we got to pick on Greg. He's a cool guy. So, Greg, close us out, my friend. Oh, real quick, don't leave. I got a bombshell announcement I forgot. This is special, not no joke. We got 2 bombshell announcements today. So, and this will be out in the Hounds. So, guys, be looking for that in our platform. Greg, close us out. Take us away, my friend, on this question.
I have a question first. I don't think I heard Jesse say where we can find him.
Just find me.
Jesse Dobeck on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. JESSEDOUBEK. You'll find me.
There
Perfect.
you go.
Send
Thank
me
you,
a
Greg.
message if you want to reach out.
Thank you, Jesse. Okay, so my word of the year then is leverage. Not more effort, not more hours, not more stress. 2026 is the year where every move should multiply your freedom. You can find me at franchisemaven.com. That's franchise, M-A-V as in Victor, E-N.com.
Wonderful. All right, real quick, y'all want to hear this announcement? Then we'll get out of here. Y'all want to hear it? All right. I'm not. So I gotta be careful. So everybody, hopefully by this point, has heard of Kindness Worldwide, right? Kevin Smith, very amazing guy, most credit wealth advisor in the U.S. Very good dude. He lost his wallet one Good Friday morning, and as I like to say, looked like he lost his mind. Instead of just throwing the woman a 20 and saying thank you, he goes out on this wild goose chase, tries to figure it all out, and it has transformed communities. It's transforming a lot. It has made government run efficiently, property rates going up, crime rates are going down because of the unity of kindness. Leadership took over, unified broken police departments. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's really almost like a Hallmark movie. Like, is this real? It absolutely is. So they have a documentary that Elgin Cahill directed, and they had a private showing in York. This is where the movement started, York, Pennsylvania. And guess what? Yeah, the Hounds, we're going to have one too. All right. So all the HOB, get ready. We can't blast it out there, but we're going to make sure that folks get an inside look to some things. We're going to talk to Kevin. So pay attention. If you haven't been on the platform for a little bit, now's the time to be looking, because we're all going to be able to come in and really get some insight to this that's not available yet. So amazing. Thank you, Kevin. This movement is absolutely phenomenal. And let me close this out, y'all. No strays out here. Building a business is hard enough, right? Building anything, being somebody, being your best self, it's not the most popular thing. People don't go, oh yeah, go for your dreams, right? It's usually the opposite, right? Well, what are you thinking? Why are you doing that? You got bills to pay, right? And so don't do it alone, right? This is why we do these, to share knowledge. But listen, we created this because you need people, resources, and support, right? Folks like us, when we have time, money, and freedom, we build a business, do a nonprofit, whatever. Now we can go out there and be the solution to the things that we're passionate about, right? Now we can go help underserved community kids without coats, because we have the money and time to get it done, right? That's what takes us to the next level. Nothing wrong with building a business, but what is it for, right? So I can go make a whole lot of positive noise. When I see things I don't like, I'm going to throw water on it, right? Too much fire, I'm going to go out there and be the antidote to it. I'm going to go out there and do good stuff. And that's the unifying factor from this panel, folks in the comments, hounds, friends of the hounds, partners of. So don't do it alone. All right. Reach out. We have a group call for the hounds. And no, we don't pitch and sell that. We share it. If it ain't for you, that's fine. Come back later or bring Sally. She's probably crazy enough to be a part of this, right? That's how we operate. So wanted to say I appreciate you all tremendously. Not just saying that because I'm the host or the leader. I do appreciate you guys. Without you, doesn't work, right? I'm just some dude in a camo hat walking around talking to himself. These things. And by the way, if you're out there thinking I'm not good enough, like me for 40 years, people want to know, how did you all get these opportunities? And I'm going to tell you the core reason for it, because we believed in other people before they believed in themselves. And we believed in others before other people believed in themselves or in them. And then now everybody's like, wow, you're lucky. It has nothing to do with it. So if you're a trust first, you love people, you want to build a business as you are, you want to put people first, that's it. That's what we're about. No selling, no pitching. Come in, and get to connect with these people, because none of these opportunities that we have came from a DM, a cold email, none of that. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a system, but put the horse before the cart, right? Get to know people. They open doors, folks. There you go. So if you want the cheat code to the new business called entrepreneurship, business building, here we are. And we're going to explode the media network. We got a lot of other upcoming announcements. This is you. If you have something special, we got to get you out in the spotlight. You got a Picasso in the cave with the lights off. We need to put lights on it, folks. We're not joking. 2026, we are dominating in the most positive way. Now's the time to come. All right. So love you guys. Appreciate you. All the new folks hey, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mike.
Again. Oh, my pleasure, y'all. So any last parting words? Did I forget something? Because I usually do at least 6 times.
I just want to thank everybody for their great insight.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great shares tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for everybody being here. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is
wonderful. Can't wait for your event, Jesse. I signed up. Thanks, Baz, for hosting that.
Great. We'll see you Friday.
All right.
Yes.
Hey,
thank you all. Take care.
We got two more shows. We got 2 more Power Pack panels, and the last panel, you don't want to miss it. We've got a lot of people coming in, even maybe one of the Miss America pageant, people are going to be here. So yeah, keep on rolling. We got a lot more for you folks. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Princess.
Thanks, everyone. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Take care. Good to see you.
Take care, guys. Have a great holidays. See you
Thank
soon.
y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you had fun today. Y'all come back now.